Okay, hello, internet world. It's Norma Joe. Okay, I feel like it's been so fucking long since I made a video, so I've been so goddamn busy. But, um, yeah, so I finally have a free moment. I did my workout early and everything like that, even though I can't fucking breathe because of the smoke in the air. California, man. Um, but, what was I talking about? Right, so, remember when I was reading Mspnomeruwef and there was like a big fucking chunk missing from the middle? Okay, I found it. I found that shit. It was over there. And I'm really happy because I thought it was fucking gone forever. I've lost a few notebooks in my time. Luckily only left like a few, but still devastating because it's like all that fucking work. And it's like it sucks when you don't even know like where they went. Like only one of them I know what happened because one time I had my book and it like I wasn't carrying anything else besides the book, so I didn't want to bring a bag, so I was just holding the book, and then my dumbass fucking left it on a rock at the beach, and I just blindly left without it, and then I tried to go back and it wasn't there. So that's the only one I know, but I've lost like two other books and I don't know where the fuck they are. But guess what? I'm so fucking happy though because speaking of things that are lost, sometimes things get found again too. I finally took these uh documents on my computer that I couldn't even open because it was from back the one time in my life when I had a Mac because I worked for the Apple store for a year and I got employee discount on that thing. But every other computer I've ever had is PC because I really honestly hate Mac. I don't like the interface. I prefer PC. But even though people say they get more viruses, but whatever. I don't fucking surf the web like that. But anyways, where was I? Right. I found these documents on my computer. Well, I didn't find them. I mean, they were there, but they were like, and the last edit date was, 2011. So literally fucking 10 years ago. Not that you can't do math, but I'm doing it for you, whatever. And then, like, yeah, I finally converted them. I realized I thought it would be hard to convert them. I need to like get a friend or use my dad's computer or some shit to like convert them onto Mac. But like, anyways, the point is I have them now. I printed them out. I've converted them. I printed them out. And this is some fucking stories from one of them is from when I was writing it when I was 14 and 15. One of them, so that's gonna be a hoot to read. And then the other one is the Ring parody, which I forgot when I was writing that if I was like, no, my cat's jumping up on the keyboard. If I was, like 16 or 17, or if I was older, like 20 something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Wow, I'm 3 minutes in. Okay. So basically, I found this shit. Let me read it. Okay, before I gotta fucking go to work. Uh, uh, okay, so this is like back when they're about to leave that big Victorian house in the Mother Goose Land. Meanwhile, as the harem boys and Bagel are loading the gear from Gina's truck into the van, Fox puts his hand up against Vicky to stop him from getting on board. Fox is such an asshole. Fox, no Vic, not you. Vicky, not me, why? Fox, you are not fit for this voyage. Like he can talk. Vicky, withdrawing shyly. But I could. Fox, you know it in your heart to be true. Stay home. This is where we part ways. He just doesn't want Vicky to come, the asshole. Vicky, but Fox puts a finger on Vicky's lips. What an asshole! Shh, say no more. He backs away slightly. Oh god, some more French. Au revoir. Jusqu'à ce que nous reverrons. What the fuck? Oh, dans mode encore pire et impardonnable. Okay, that was probably totally butchered. You know fucking French has like... It's funny because French grammar is easy kind of for English speakers to learn because it's similar to ours, but the pronunciation, it might as well be fucking like some crazy indigenous language that we could never fucking pronounce in 1,000 years. Um, he blows a kiss. Then I guess that's like that part in the movie where he's like, you know, Then he climbs into the van and slams the door right in Vicky's face. 5 minutes later, Nada's driving. None of them notice that Vicky wasn't there. Essie, Bagel, Gina, Cutter, and Fox are all riding in the van. The harem has remained back on the home front. Well, obviously, some of the harem came. Even though they're not even within sight anymore, Bagel is still hanging out the window, waving back at them. Bagel, bye Jaja, bye Max, bye Shushmeat, bye Zuko, bye Lance, etc., etc., etc. Gina rolls her eyes. She puts on her headphones, turns up the volume on her CD player, and goes back to texting on her phone. Typical teenager. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, when I was doing the other videos, I forgot to say that each one of the characters, like, I didn't intend this at first, but I was writing it more, like, I started to try and do this thing where each one of the characters kind of, embodies, like, a stereotype about millennials. Like, obviously, Fox is, like, a drug addict. Not necessarily that people say millennials are drug addicts, but, like, that we just drug users, I guess. I don't know. Like, it's not the same connotation, like, oh, you're an addict, like, where it's like you're gonna die or something. But, like, I think it's more just, like, the idea that millennials, like, some of them, like, they smoke weed every few hours, like, constantly, and they, like, are on a bunch of prescription pills, they're always drinking, you know, they just don't want to be, like, straight ever. And then, like, Gina, like, you can see, she's just kind of, like, never, like, she's just kind of, like, yeah, I'm chill with everything, I don't give a fuck about anything, you know. And then, Bagel is, like, how people say millennials are, like, immature and never grow up. Nada doesn't count because he's a logistics dude. I guess he's kind of like a father figure, and then, like, he's kind of like the Gen Xer, I guess, like, kind of like, just, like, I'm not part of this, like, shit, I'm just along for the ride, you know, and, like, sex, drugs, rock and roll, or whatever, and, like, I'm cool where I'm at. And then, like, of course, Essie is, like, the boomer figure, and then, who else is there? Cutter is supposed to be like how people say millennials, they always want to cheat and cut corners, not work real jobs, how they're lazy, and they just want to, like, get everything the easy way, and they're dishonorable and shit. Am I forgetting anybody? Oh, and Vicky is, like, obviously, like, social anxiety, you know, and stuff like that. Let me see. Vicky, wait, Nada, Essie, and then 5 more. Bagel, Gina, Fox, Vicky, Cutter. Yeah, that's everybody. Anyways, now that I'm done insulting everyone's intelligence, you know, where was I? Essie rubs his head, still slightly high/drunk. He looks at Gina and scoots closer to her. Who you writing to? Gina takes off one headphone ear without looking up from her phone. My band. They're meeting us in Salt City. Salt City, not Salt Lake City, just Salt City. Tomorrow night for the show. Essie. Oh yeah, you know, I haven't met them in person yet. Gina. Yeah, they're not really significant characters. Essie. What was that? Gina. They like to do things on their own. No big. Yeah, I guess they were, like, driving her car because she had, like, the black Camry or whatever she had. And then now she's riding in the van with all them. Essie. Oh, yes, of course. Short, awkward silence. Cutter secretly picks Essie's wallet out of his back pocket. So I guess Cutter did steal something. Essie to Gina. So, back there, in the kitchen. Gina shrugs, still all on her phone. Yeah, that was fun. Essie. Oh, it wasn't, you know. Gina. What? Essie. Awkward, discouraged. Never mind. Bagel finally stops hanging out the window. He comes back in with his hair all fucked up from the wind. He plops down on his back and lays his head in Essie's lap. Distracted, Essie starts petting him and smoothing his hair down. It's really too fucking quiet. So Nada starts whistling a certain little familiar tune. Bagel singing along to the tune. 6 in the bed and the little one said, roll over, roll over. Oh god, this part right here. I'm gonna try and rush through it. Cutter joining in with him. So they all rolled over and one fell out. Everyone's singing, do, 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 do. One fell out, one fell out. 5 in the bed and the little one said, roll over, roll over. So they all rolled over and one fell out. getting more energetic. Woo, 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 one fell out, one fell out. For the bed, little one said, roll over, getting even more hyped. Today I'll roll over, one fell out. Ah, 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 ah. Getting hyper and squealing and laughing. One fell out, one fell out. Then the bed, little one said, roll over, so they roll over, one fell out. Ah! It says screaming, hysterical with excitement, banging on the van seats. Woo, yeah, one fell out, one fell out. Faster and faster. Oh my god. Another verse? I think that was the fastest I could have gone. I don't know why I wrote this fucking scene where it's like, they're supposed to start normal and then every verse they get like more fucking frantic or whatever. Alright, okay, everyone just descends to complete madness, screaming and banging on things, basically just making as much noise as possible, and laughing and clowning like freaks. Okay, I don't know why that part existed, but it's supposed to be off that one scene in the movie where they're driving the car around, which I always thought was funny. I thought it was funny when I saw it for the first time in the theater, because literally, like, everyone starts in the car, and then just, like, you know, Dorian is an asshole, and he's just like, oh no, it's because Jekyll said he didn't want to come, because he's like, oh, I'm gonna transform and fuck everybody over. And then, no, he said he didn't want to come, because he didn't want to transform, but they wanted him to transform, I guess, because that was, like, that's basically, like, his superpower, like, his contribution to the group. And then Dorian's bitchy ass is like, well, what good are you then? I swear he says it like that, or whatever, but, anyways, the funny part is that everyone was, like, in the car, like, everyone got in the car, and then, like, they literally all just jump out, like, and it's really, I don't know, to me it was funny the first time I saw it as a kid. I'm, like, thinking they were gonna have, like, this big scene where everyone's, like, riding together, and literally within seconds, like, everybody jumps out. Like, I think Dorian's the first one to jump out. After he shit-talked Jekyll like that, and then he's just like, see you later, I'm getting out of this car, and he just fucking jumps out. I think that's what happens. And then, Mina flies. At least she had a good reason. And then, fucking, Quarterman, he just jumps out too. He's like, after trying to drive for like 2 seconds and being like, I don't have a license, then he just jumps out too. So it's just like, what was the point of that? You know? Anyways, where was I? Cut to Nada rolling up on the curb next to a gas station. He surveys the area. Everyone is back to normal after that little weird scene. Yeah. I feel like a lot of this stuff is more funny, like, visually. It's not funny. It's not as funny if you, like, just hear me read it, but whatever. At the gas station, a whole gang of Latino dudes are hanging out. Oh, it's Latino. I thought they were, supposed to be Southeast Asian at first. Maybe I changed it. I don't know. Because my parents live in a Latin neighborhood. Oh well, but, you know, Latino, Southeast Asian, they have a lot of similarities. They're both colonized by the Spanish, so, you know, what are you gonna do? Oh yeah, and by the way, I'm totally canceled for this, because I'm probably seen as a total racist, but I don't care. Whatever. Because to me it's real. To me it's like, I've seen things exactly like this scene that I'm writing. It's from real life experience. It's not from stereotypes. So, you can call me racist if you want. I don't give a fuck. Anyways, where was I? Where were they? Hanging out, drinking and playing music out of their tricked out cars and just acting like they own the place. You know, acting like a bunch... It says, acting like a bunch of pinche cabrons. Nada. Which I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, because I'm Puerto Rican, not Mexican, so I don't know, whatever. Nada. Quite a blockade. Essie, there's gotta be another gas station around here somewhere. Nada shakes his head. No. Essie. That's it, huh? Just no? No other explanation? Which is total bullshit, because gas stations are one of the most numerous things on the road. Gas stations and, Subway sandwich places. Like, now that I drive for a living, Like, literally, gas stations are everywhere. And, like, if one's shitty, you can just go to the next. Like, I remember this one time I was, like, literally almost out of gas. And, I went to this one gas station, and this weird lady, like, I was, like, getting out of my car to, like, get the gas, and this weird lady came up to my window, and she's like, this one doesn't work. And I was just like, okay, she might have been trying to help me, in theory, but I'm like a bitch on the road. I'm a bitch to strangers. Fuck that whole love strangers bullshit. It's just too hazardous of a world, okay? If you want to be an idealist and you want to love strangers and be friendly to everyone you see out there, then bless you. But I can't do that shit, okay? I need to play it safe. I need to act like I live in a fucking Mad Max world, okay? That's just what I need to fucking do to survive, okay? Nobody can tell me otherwise. So I hate when fucking strangers talk to me. I don't give a shit what they're saying. I fucking hate when strangers talk to me. Because, and you know what? I'm about to say something so fucked up, but like, this one time I was in this parking lot. This is just gonna be like the most canceled episode, even more than 5 stories. But I don't give a shit. Where was I? I was in this parking lot one time doing this order. It was kind of a big order. Like, I think I had like 5 bags for the customer or something. And it wasn't in the best neighborhood. And it wasn't like a horrible neighborhood, but it was just like on the downside of medium or whatever. So it wasn't like fucking horrible. Like, but it was just like, you know, you kind of have to watch your back. Anyway, so I was taking the shit to my car. And this dude came up to me. And he was like deaf. And I believe he was actually deaf because he talked like how deaf people talk. If he wasn't, if he was faking, he should be an actor because I just believe it was real, okay? But anyways, he handed me this note. And he was like, the note said something like, can you give me money so I don't have to steal or something? And I know there's like 2 ways of taking it. Like, you could be like, okay, well, he's just saying that like hyperbolically or whatever. Like, oh, basically just saying like, oh, please give me money, like, I'm poor and stuff. But then the other way to take it is like, if you don't give me money, I'm gonna rob you right now. So I was like, you know, I feel like I have to act like I live in an apocalyptic world, or pseudo-apocalyptic, not totally apocalyptic, but somewhat, you know? So I pulled out my fucking pepper spray, and I was like, you don't get the fuck away from me, you asshole. I swear to God. And then he backed up, and he, like, cussed me out in his, like, deaf voice. And, I felt bad about it, but, like, first of all, I didn't have any fucking money to give him anyway, and I wasn't about to give him any of my customers' groceries, because if it was my groceries, sure, maybe I'll give him, like, an energy bar or something if I got an extra or something like that. But it's my customers' groceries. I can't afford to lose even a single item, because that will fuck me over, you know what I mean? So, you see what I'm saying. Anyways, I feel bad about it, but, like, that's just the type of shit that happens in like bad to sort of bad neighborhoods. You know what I mean? Like, those are the type of choices you gotta make. You can't be compassionate. Anyways, I feel like I should just end the video on that note. But no, I'm gonna read more story for 1 minute. Okay, where was I? That's it, huh? Just no other explanation? Gina. Hey, Cutter, can you do something for us? Cutter, what exactly do you have in mind? Gina shrugs. I don't know. You're a ghost. You can sneak. Steal us some gas. Steal gas, huh? Just hold it in your hands. He's probably gonna say something like that, too. Cutter, sarcastically. Oh, yes, of course. I'll just carry it off in my arms, like a rich woman's baby. Gina turns. Fox, as he's eating some pills out of an orange pill jar. Yes? Gina, go over there and slut it up for those vatos. Does anybody say that outside of LA? I feel like that's an LA word. Get them to move over and let us in. He gives her a long look like there's no fucking way in hell. Fox. Very well. What 2 different worlds? That's funny. He tosses the pill jar on the seat and gets out of the van. Gina. Wow, hey, that was easy. Fox stepped down on the concrete and with a sigh, I imagine his shoes to, even though he doesn't wear high heels, I imagine his shoes to click like heels, like when he steps. Um, he steps down on the concrete and with a sigh, smooths his hair back and fixes himself up a little bit. Okay,